Hello everyone, Chris from Datsusara here. Just wanted to take a minute and try to answer some of the questions that I get emailed quite regularly, especially ever since the Muse post on Tim Ferriss's blog. And also just a lot of people seem to want to know um, how the business works and just, how do you go about finding manufacturers, importing things, stuff like that. So rather than answer 100 emails every year on this subject, I figured I'd make these videos. So here we go. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can in the next 10 minutes. We'll put them up on YouTube. And as I get more throughout the year, I will add more videos if needed. So here's the first list, and we're going to start with test marketing questions. So here's number one. Did you have an accurate rendering of your product or just a rough draft when you were test marketing? Um, you know, basically, we didn't do a ton of test marketing. We came up with the prototype, me and my designer friend at the time. We came up with the basic prototype for the first bag that we did. We did a pretty rough sketch of it. I mean, we had some basic dimensions, but those changed slightly over time. And we had the first prototype made up, and I tested it myself. I just took it into the gym every day, tried to see how it worked, tried to break it as much as possible and figure out where it needed to be fixed up and reinforced, that sort of thing. And then we got a few more prototypes made, and I did have one or two of my gym buddies also check them out. Once they liked it, and it seemed to be holding up well, we went ahead with the first production. Okay, so number two question. Do you test market every new product you introduce? Generally, but once again, I am kind of my own test marketing in itself because I am the person I'm trying to sell to. On occasion, I do send out the prototypes to other people to put them through testing if I don't think I'm going to have time to try out 5 different bags or whatever it might be, and just to see, what other people's uses might be for them. So yeah, I suppose we test them, but I don't test them to see if they're going to be popular. I tend to kind of know what's going to work before we even make a prototype. Let's see, do you actually mock sell them like Tim Ferriss suggests? I don't do that. Same reason. Again, I kind of know what people need, and I know if a product's going to be at least marginally successful before I even put it out there. Now, could I benefit from doing that? Yeah, probably. I could probably figure out maybe other features that people would like, but for now, I keep it simple, so I haven't done that yet. Do I worry about someone in cyberland or otherwise stealing my ideas? I get this question all the time, and really, the short of it is that you're never really 100% safe. I mean, if you're a giant company like Microsoft or Apple, yeah, you can start putting protections on certain things, and in the tech industry, that's a little easier. But especially in the garment and fashion industry, from what I know, you can actually pretty much just rip off anybody's pattern all day, anytime you like, unless they did some sort of like a new zipper or something like that they can patent. Other than that, people can just rip off from you all they want. And, we've even borrowed some elements from other people's backpacks and things like that to get ours done. I'll admit that. And that's just kind of the way the industry works. So really, I think what you need to rely on more than, gee, we have this, awesome thing that no one else can do, is how do you treat your customers? What's your base of people? Do they like you for more than just the fact that you're making a backpack? With us, I like to think that we have a company vision that people like. We also, at least we have a face to the company. People know who they're buying from. And so even if somebody else tomorrow comes out with a hemp gear bag or something, I think they're going to appreciate us a little bit more, is my hope. And they're going to stick with us because they believe in what we're trying to do. But hey, it's always possible. Your ideas could always get stolen. Your manufacturer could start making knockoffs. I actually saw a bag just like ours that somebody rebranded as a CrossFit bag. I contacted the guy. He's a nice guy, and it's not a big deal. I wasn't thrilled about it, but like I said, that's the way it goes. But you know what? He's selling to a totally different group for the most part, and he's not making it out of hemp, and he's still second to the party. So it's just something that might happen, so be prepared to deal with it. Unless you can patent things, then you're covered. Okay, Did you use Shopify website to build your test site? We didn't. I actually made my website the old-fashioned way with the same friend of mine who used to do our design, Toby Marvin. He used to do up our website. I would kind of come up with some basic ideas, and then he would throw out, things that would definitely improve it quite a bit. And we did it that way. Eventually, when I did move over to Shopify, it was awesome because all we had to do was take some of the images that we already had, do some little tweaks on the colors and things like that. And it was just really simple, and I love it. Shopify works so much better. It's well worth the extra, $150 or so we spend a month to run everything through Shopify. It's just, I can't tell you how much that helped. I would never go back to doing an old website the old-fashioned way again, because every time you need to update a product or do anything to the site, you got to call in someone to code everything, and it gets crazy. And now, if I want to add a new product, I can do it myself very easily. And this is coming from a guy who used to program websites a bit myself, but I hate doing it. It's a pain. And so yeah, use Shopify or some system like it. Save you a ton of trouble. Let's see, number 5 here, or 6 rather. Did you only use Google AdWords to test market? I thought about dropping a line. Okay, yeah, that's a personal message there. Once again, I really didn't test market. I didn't follow Tim's suggestions on that because I knew that these things were going to be popular, judging from my own reaction and from the reaction of my gym mates who were the primary focus of the gear to start with. We've kind of branched out now, and we're making bags for everybody. They could be travel bags, whatever. But we still have our core in the mixed martial arts world, so we kind of know who we're marketing to, and we know what they're going to like. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop here on this one. That'll be the test marketing video for the most part, and we'll do a part 2 coming up.